Big stretch. Hi, pups. Hi. Dog sitting morning round, just giving breakfast and letting the pups out for Bryn today. It's a very, very gloomy looking day because it's so smoky. I just wanted to spend a little extra time with them, so I'm reading my book. Yes, I'm still reading this book. I'm really enjoying it, but I'm just going through it like very slowly. I only read it in the mornings, and so that's why it's taking me so long, because not every morning do I have time to read. And I brought my little coffee with me. So today I need to go to the library and print out the August Patreon mail club letters, and then I'm gonna pack those all up and ship those out. I'm hoping that today I have some time to work on something fun. I feel like I have just kind of been making stuff but going through the motions, and like I haven't really had a lot of chance to play and explore and just like do something different. So my leading motivation is that I'm gonna do a pop-up at Magpie Books in Edmonton the first week of October. In a couple weeks I'm going to Toronto for a wedding, and I'm gone for a week, so I don't really have like a ton of time between now and then finishing the new custom pup cup batch that I took on and processing all the stuff from the recent workshop. I want to make sure that I have some stuff ready for that pop-up kind of before I go. Even if it's not fired yet, I'd like for it to be made and then maybe painted. A girl can dream. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of sconces around. Rima made some really, really beautiful ones with her classic face and like a sun. And I'm at Bryn's right now, and she has one on the wall. And so I thought maybe I would try doing my own spin on a wall sconce. I'm thinking just one, but really what I want to make is some candlestick holders. I don't know if it's like too on brand, but I kind of thought it would be cute to make some bird ones, like magpie ones for the pop-up. And then if nobody wants them at that pop-up, I'll see if anybody wants them in Calgary, but just something different. I feel like kind of this whole summer I have not been like playing around a lot. I've just been trying to get by. Things are weird right now. I think like you ask a lot of small businesses how things are, and they're a little dicey, especially now that like I've paused all my shipping to the States for the next little bit until I figure everything out. Yeah, just feels like kind of like a time. Also later today, I need to do some interview prep because I actually have a job interview tomorrow for something in the arts realm, which is so like new to me in terms of working for someone else, not working for myself. But I have been thinking about branching out into more like arts administration / like public programming. I don't know, just something different. I'm ready to change it up. I've been doing this for a long time, working for myself, and I think it would be so nice. But, you know, I feel like I'm approaching this interview with a very like, I want to be as prepared as I can be, but whatever happens will happen, and I'm not going to be too disappointed if I don't get it. I think I'm pretty happy and excited and proud of myself for getting an interview in the first place, so yeah. All good things. Feeling pretty positive, even though today is so, like, sad outside.
Passarinho na janela e o fusquinha na calçada, bicicleta amarela e o calor de madrugada são lembranças de nós.
to the studio. I actually have a few itty bitty edits that I want to make to the letter, and I just want to do like one last review to make sure it's all good before I go print it out. So I'm gonna quickly work on that first, and I'm also gonna warm up my coffee because now it's been out and about for like 2 hours. I recently started adding cacao powder to my coffee. It's supposed to help with like focus and concentration. I don't know if it actually works, but we're gonna try it. I actually saw it in a YouTube short by Jasmine, that curly top, and she was saying she's been on a cacao powder in her coffee kick for a little while, so I figured why not. I just got it from my natural food store that's local to here. I've been trying to be a lot more intentional about bringing my coffee from home and not buying coffee out. Do y'all remember the days when I had a chaise in here? I was really living the high life. And my, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, let's get this done because I want to get started on the day. I used to really, really love writing. When I was younger, my dream was to be an author. I'm sure that's lots of people's dreams when they're younger. My best subjects were English and art, which is not really surprising. Though kind of surprising since I ended up doing biology. I feel like having a USB stick is something that I took for granted in university, and now it was like a whole adventure to find one to use today to bring to the library. Is this gonna be a boring video? I don't know. This is like a very realistic day. Made it back to the studio. As you saw, I had a couple orders to drop off for local pickup, and so I picked up myself some little snacks. I got this drink. One of the gals at Campline recommended it. She said it's amazing and it's like a limited time only situation, so I'm gonna try it. I feel like I can't be filming and not cheers, y'all. Pineapple juice, hibiscus, and ginger juice. And acerola juice. I don't know what that is, but it's pretty good. It's very sweet. And then I also got these honey Dijon chickpea chips. These are so good. I've had these before. They're like my favorite of this brand of chips. I'm gonna back you up a little bit because I feel like you're kind of close. Okay, so I got my letters printed. So fun seeing them like all together in person. These are them. I'm gonna trim this side because hopefully then it'll fit into the envelopes that I have. Once I trim it, that's gonna fit perfectly. These are the envelopes I have. They're supposed to be 5x7. I might even like put one up on my wall for funsies. Because if you're not your biggest fan, then what are we doing, you know? And then I hopped back on the computer at the library because I realized that I had all my interview prep stuff like already typed out in a Google document. And so I figured why not print it, because then I don't have to stare at a screen all night tonight when I'm like reading through, prepping, and I can also just like add notes. So yeah, anyway, I printed out those as well because I figured why not? I was already at the library. It's really hard to find parking around the public library, and so I just wanted to get it all done at once. And then I have my cutie postcards for August. I'm very happy with how these turned out. I filmed a little like unboxing, but because I was playing around with a new camera, I didn't really love how the footage came out. I'm still figuring out like the lighting and contrast and everything with it. It's a little bit more of a fancier camera than what I'm used to. So anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna end up posting that, so I figured I'd just show you them now. I used to have one of those big like paper choppers, and then I have no idea what happened to it. I thought it was here at the studio somewhere. I might take a quick look to see if I can save myself some time. I only have 8 Mail Club subscribers, but that feels like a lot to me because this is new, and I'm just excited that 8 people want to read what I have to say and want a little card designed by me. Very cool. We gotta celebrate the little wins where we can, right? Okay, I'm all done stuffing all these envelopes. I just need to address them all now individually and have my return address on them, and then take them over to the post office and get some actual stamps on them. I was listening to Olivia Dean as I packed these, so they are definitely packed with good vibes, good energy, lots of love. Okay, my phone is almost dead now, so what I'm gonna do is charge it up, take a little break, review some of my interview prep questions, and then we're gonna get started on making those candlestick holders. Okay, this is your mid-video reminder that if you're looking to build a beautiful website, Squarespace is a platform to help you do it. Creating a beautiful, professional working website can feel very overwhelming, but with Squarespace, it's super easy to get started and get going quickly. It's built for anyone to use at home with no coding required. You can integrate everything from buying your domain name to choosing your website template, all of which are super customizable, and you can even use their new design intelligence to create the website of your dreams. Whether it be an online shop where you sell all your products, a blog, or somewhere that you share your services with others, the Squarespace commerce platform makes managing everything from orders to inventory to sales and customers simple. And you can also easily link all your social media accounts to your Squarespace website in just a few clicks. You can get a free 2-week trial with the link down below, or you can go to squarespace.com and use the code from Tree to Sea for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you to Squarespace, and let's get back to the studio. Okay, I'm back. We're still here. I'm currently watching Shan and Kim talk about the trope of the art girlfriend and finance boyfriend. I have my like trusty dusty little legal pad here in the studio. I'm gonna quickly sketch out like my vision for these candlestick holders, and then we're gonna try and make them. I think I probably have like an hour-ish left of in me in the studio. I might need to bring up some reference photos of magpies. need to make this a bit bigger than I think it needs to be because the clay will shrink a little bit. And I also want to try and make sure that they stay like upright as much as I can, because I feel like that's kind of the posture of a magpie. So I've already gone off of what I sketched in the first place. I'm not gonna have the raised bit. I don't think. These ones I'm just gonna try to have like open. And I have a feeling I'll just have to kind of adjust these as they harden up a little bit more. I feel like they have kind of shorter necks than what I have here. They have more down beaks, like straight beaks. See, this is looking rather dumb right now, but it just takes a little bit of shaping. Like this head should be more soft and then more of like a divot here. And then this beak is too big. Oh, that's better. She's rough, but it's a good start. Okay, now picture it with two cute little candles in them. I need to look at it from like a lower down angle, I feel. Now you can kind of see what's the problem. Like this needs to be more up. Okay, like now I can see it. This one's head is much bigger.
No aconchego da areia, ele dorme a noite inteira. Não há o que duvidar. Ali é seu lugar. Eu não te impeço de chorar. Pode perguntar. Certo da correnteza, aos pinguins na natureza, até a paciência que vem tão devagar. Eu não.
Okay, I'm heading out now. I feel like it was a small day in the studio, but I got a lot done, especially since today I actually wasn't planning to actually make anything, so little bonus. I'm gonna go home now, and I think I'll just show you the books that I got from the library in the car. I feel a little bit guilty for not using my other newer camera. But sometimes I feel like I just need to use my phone as my main camera to kind of reset, because I just feel like I film with so much more like freedom and ease and like less pressure. But I wanted to quickly, before I go home and before I end this video, just show you what I picked up from the library. It's a very small little haul. This one I had on hold. It's called Denison Avenue, which is actually a street in Toronto. And it was just recommended on Instagram by a friend who also lived in Toronto. I think she's out east now, but I trust her judgment for reading the stories of Chinese Canadian elders, particularly in Chinatown, Kensington in Toronto. The main character meets new friends, confronts classism and racism, and learns how to build a new life in a neighborhood that is being destroyed and rebuilt, leaving elders like her behind. Honestly, sounds quite heartbreaking, but I will definitely give it a read. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it has a very interesting format, graphic novel-ish, which I'm excited to get into. And then the front reads regular, but also with interesting formatting. I just saw a couple pages. Some parts look like they're written kind of like a poem. I don't know. I actually don't really know much about it except that I trust Steph's judgment. And then I seemed to be on a theme today. I just came across this when I was actually looking for the printers in the library, because there used to be one on the first floor that I guess is no longer there anymore. And it's called Invitation to a Banquet, the story of Chinese food, and it's about Chinese cooking. I love books about food and food memoirs. Honestly, I feel like this will be awesome. It does look quite dense, and it's quite a long book, but I'm excited to get into it. Let's see how many pages it is. I wonder if there's actual recipes in here. It kind of seems like maybe. It's just under 400 pages, and then a bunch of like references in the back, and then also acknowledgements and an index of different foods. But this looks lovely. The cover really got me. And then last was also just kind of like a random pickup that I saw. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. I don't know where. It's called 1 Week in January. I think it's kind of like a little diary that's been illustrated by the author. And so I was kind of just flipping through it, but I thought it would be a really good reference book just for ideas. It's quite beautiful. It makes me want to do something like that for myself, like some sort of visual diary. But yeah, those are all the books I picked up today on my hunt for printing services. Support your local library. We love the library. This is a library household. Thanks for spending the day with me. I feel like this is probably a little shorty one, but this was a very realistic look at a day in my life. Nothing too exciting, but again, something real. All right, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my Patreon subscribers for supporting me, and see y'all in the next one. Bye.